Hello?
Hey, Andrea.
Hey, Jana, you can hear me?
I can.
Okay, and then let me just get the audio on the computer going. Okay, it's good. Okay.
So can everybody see you?
Okay, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
You cannot see me. Okay. Fix that. Are you able to see now?
Yeah, there you are.
Okay. All right, so we're good? I think we're good.
Great.
Hi, everyone. Can everyone hear me? I guess everyone's thumbs up if you can hear. Everyone's muted. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
You should
All
be.
right. Dogs are out of the room. Got a few minutes. My husband had to help me get everything set up. So before we get started, I cannot play music because I have my headphones in because I was worried about the video and me talking through the computer and you guys not being able to hear me. So if you want to play some music, maybe on your phone, just get some yoga music going. You go ahead and do that really quick too, just to have a little bit of background music if you guys prefer. And then I guess, should I wait, Jana, do you think, until everybody that we're expecting or until more people come in before I talk about maybe what they might want to use in class? What do you think?
If you want to see it now, great. And then maybe repeat it as class is starting.
Okay. All right, everybody. So if you have your yoga mat, grab your yoga mat. And then all we're going to really need for today's class are 2 blocks. If you do not have blocks, go ahead and grab like a textbook, you know, even something like this size, just for, you know, you just in case you feel like you need to use it if you're struggling touching the ground. So I would just suggest those couple things, maybe a towel, if you feel like you're going to need to towel off it all during class, and maybe just like a little bit of water or something too. So we got just a few minutes before we'll go ahead and get started.
Hey, Andrea, this is Lynn. I can't see you. I can hear you, but the screen is black.
Okay, let me see. Give me 1 second, Lynn.
Okay.
She can hear me, but she can't see me.
I see Jana.
Andrea, there are 2 of you. I have a video and then I have your iPhone.
So video and iPhone. So I don't know.
So who can't see you?
Nobody can see me.
Hi, everyone. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hi.
Good.
Should I just do the audio with I can take the headphones off and just talk loud if that's going to be easier. Damien, should I just take the headphones out and just talk through the camera, you think? Oh, you can't. Okay.
I'm going to see, Andrea, if I can pause it on your screen because I know you're there. I can see you, but they can't.
You can see me. Okay. Jana, the host, can see me.
Spotlight video. There we go. All right, you're now the spotlight video, so it's going to stay on you.
Okay.
Yay.
Perfect.
Better? Everyone
That's
better?
great.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Okay,
And then
very good.
everyone else, if you could put yourself on mute, that way it's going to stay on Andrea's audio and there's no feedback.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yep, thank you. All right, yogis, so it is almost 4 o'clock. Everyone can see me, everyone can hear me, thumbs up. All right, we're gonna go ahead and like I said, if you're just joining us, if you wanna play some music in your background, grab your phone, just play like a simple yoga playlist if you'd like a little bit of background music. I'm using my AirPods, so unfortunately the music that I play will not transfer through to you guys. And then also all you're gonna need for today's class is gonna be your yoga mats. and then your yoga blocks. If you do not have yoga blocks, feel free to grab a couple of textbooks if you have some textbooks, just for a couple of the postures that we're going to be doing today. And then maybe you want a towel if you feel like you get a little bit sweaty during class. Grab a towel so you can towel off. And then maybe you just have your water close by as well. So we're gonna go ahead, yogis, and get started. It's 4 o'clock. And we're gonna get started in a child's pose. So go ahead, start to bring your big toes together. We're gonna allow our knees to separate, especially if you feel like you're pretty open in your hips this afternoon. And then just start to walk your hands forward, bringing your chest down towards the ground. You're gonna bring your third eye, that space right in between your forehead, down to the mat, and just start to settle in a little bit here. So maybe you wiggle around a little bit, get nice and comfortable in your posture. Start to draw your navel in. Begin to lift up through the pelvic floor and just settle in, close your eyes, bringing your awareness more inwards. And just starting to connect to your breath, inhales and exhales. Big inhale through the nose, filling up fully. And then a big open mouth exhale. Good, letting it all out. Letting go of your day, anything that happened before class. We're only here for a half hour, so just taking this next 30 minutes for yourself, staying present in the moment. And again, inhale through your nose, filling up fully. Feel the rib cage expand. Big open mouth exhale, let it all go. Good, and one more time, inhale through the nose. And then this time as you exhale, we're exhaling out the nose here, activating that Ujjayi breath. So feeling that constriction in the back of your throat here, noticing that gentle hissing sound. Taking just a few more moments here. Maybe giving that third eye a little bit of a massage. Just starting to rub it onto your mat, side to side swaying. And then gently start to make your way into a tabletop position. Come to hands and knees. So we're gonna start to stack our shoulders over our wrists here, and our hips are stacked over our knees. Gazing down at the ground, we're just gonna flow through our cat-cow a few times. So on your inhale, drop that navel down, C-curve your spine, reaching the palms of the hands back towards the knees, gaze up slightly. And then as you exhale, start to round into the spine, reaching the back of the spine up towards the ceiling, draw the navel in, tuck the chin in the tailbone. And inhale, come through for your cow pose, breathing through the nose. And exhale for cat pose, rounding the spine, reaching it up high. And go ahead and move a few more rounds with your own breath, slowing it down or speeding it up as much that feels comfortable here. And if it feels good to bring any other motion, any other movement into the body, go ahead, do that as well. Maybe make some circles with your hips, moving one direction and then the other. Or maybe some neck rolls. Go ahead, take just a couple more rounds of breath, inhaling and exhaling. And then after your next round of breath, after the next exhale, we're gonna find a neutral spine. Come to your tabletop position, hands and knees. Keeping those hips stacked over the knees right where they are, we're just gonna walk those arms forward, bringing our chest down towards the ground, finding a melting heart pose. So maybe the chin or the forehead touch down towards the mat. Just feel that nice, delicious stretch all along that upper body, the upper back, the arms, the armpits and the shoulders. Continue to hold for just one more full round of breath. Big inhale, big Ujjayi exhale. And back up to tabletop position, hands and knees. From your tabletop, curl your toes under, sit bones up and back, downward facing dog pose. And from our down dog, we're gonna make it look like an upside down V shape. So we're gonna press through the heels of our hands, draw the navel in towards the spine, reach the sit bones up towards the ceiling, and then we're just gonna pedal out our feet a little bit. So walking out the dog a little bit, bend into one knee, reach the opposite heel down towards the ground, and just continue to move in that motion. Ears in line with your forearms, gazing in between your legs. Go ahead, start to find some stillness here. Draw your navel in, inhale. As you exhale, hands walk all the way back towards your feet, forward fold at the back of your mat. So we're in our forward fold here, and our feet are hip distance apart. With our feet hip distance apart, go ahead and grab a hold of your elbows and find a ragdoll position. In your ragdoll, just allow the back of the neck to get nice and relaxed. Allow the crown of the head to get heavy. You can always place a bend in your knees here, especially if you start to feel any kind of pressure on that low back. Bend into the knees and then sway side to side, shake the head and the body, yes and no. Come into this for just a few more rounds of breath. Really releasing, relaxing, letting go of all that tension in the body, especially in the neck and in the shoulders. And then begin to find some stillness here. Hands come down to the ground, forward fold. With your in-breath, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, navel to spine here. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Draw the crown of the head forward as the sit bones reach back. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend into the knees and root to rise. Inhale all the way up to standing. Arms come up overhead, palms touch. And exhale, hands to prayer, Samastitihi. As we're in this pose, we're just gonna gently lift those toes off of the mat here, spread them nice and wide, and then just gently place them back down onto the ground. So you're gonna feel the weight evenly distributed through the three corners of your foot. Draw your navel in, arms overhead, inhale. And exhale, willow over to the right. So we're just reaching our arms over to the right. Imagine you have a beach ball in your hand. Draw the left shoulder back behind you, navel in. And inhale back up through center. Exhale over to the left. Keep reaching. Good, navel in. And arms high, inhale. Exhale, goal post your arms. Finding a gentle back bend. Squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you. Arms high, inhale. And exhale, big swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gaze down. Exhale to fold. From your forward fold here, you can decide where you want to go. You can come right into a downward facing dog, or come into a chaturanga, or come into a high plank and then come into chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, down dog, exhale for your vinyasa. In your downward facing dog, take a couple resting breaths here. Navel in, and then inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose round. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step your right foot forward, finding a runner's lunge. So we're in our runner's lunge now. Our front knee, our right knee is going to be over the ankle. And then we're going to lower that left knee down to the mat for Anjali Asana. So once we're here, you can just walk your hands up your leg, bring them onto your thigh. So hands to the right thigh here. And then we're just going to scissor our inner thighs together just to square off those hips. So think about reaching that right hip back behind you as that left hip starts to come forward slightly. And then we're going to allow our hips to drop down, bringing our low abs in and up. Go ahead, reach your arms over your head and soften your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Taking just a couple breaths here, right where you are. Big inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, hands lower down, frame out that right foot. Good. Start to lift that left knee off of the ground here. And we're in our runner's lunge once again. Come onto your fingertips, draw the shoulders back. And then we're hovering the fingers just a few inches off of the mat. Hold here. And inhale, arms up overhead, finding your high crescent pose. Breathing here. Good, making sure that your right knee is over the ankle here. So maybe you sink down just another inch. Keep drawing that right hip back behind you. And then think about lifting that left hamstring up towards the ceiling. Hold and breathe here. Keep holding, keep breathing. You've got it. Good, couple more breaths. Big inhale. As you exhale, open up, finding your warrior two pose. So we're gonna open up here, bending, keeping that bend into the right knee, bringing our gaze past our right fingers. Good, breathing here. And then taking just a moment right where you are, setting up this pose, finding a nice strong foundation here, building up from the ground up. So we want to start with our feet. We want to make sure we have heel to heel or heel to arch alignment in our feet. And we want to make sure those right toes are facing towards the front of the room here. Making sure that the right knee is over the ankle. We're going to reach that right knee towards the right pinky toe as we press on through the outside edge of that left foot. So our left foot is so grounded that if someone came to rip it off of the mat, they wouldn't be able to. And then start to lift up through the pelvic floor. Low abs in and up. Soft shoulders, but strong arms. And then shoot energy through all 10 fingers. Breathe. Good. Another inhale through the nose. And exhale out the nose, Ujjayi breath. Next inhale, flip that right palm up towards the ceiling. And then find your reverse warrior, keeping the bend in those knees. We're just finding that side stretch along the right side body here, giving the wall behind you a nice big high five. Good, gaze up slightly. Draw that navel in. And remember, we still have that bend in our right knee. Go ahead, come back to your warrior two pose. Just for a moment, inhale. Good, exhale. And then inhale, pivot back into your high crescent pose. So both feet are gonna face forward once again. Arms are up overhead. Our bend is into that right knee. Good, inhale. And exhale, go ahead, lower your hands down, frame out that right foot. We're gonna press off of our left foot to come to a forward fold at the front of the mat. So press off of that left foot, both feet forward, forward fold. And then come into your forward fold with your feet hip distance apart here. And then decide where you wanna go. So you can use your peace fingers here to grab a hold of your big toes for Padangusthasana. Or if you prefer, flip your palms so your palms are facing the ceiling. Slide them under your feet. So yogi's choice, which forward fold variation you want to take. You can always bend into the knees. So in fact, start with a nice gentle bend in the knees. Take an inhale and fold as you exhale. Hold here. And then maybe start to take the bend out of your knees. Breathe. Allow the crown of the head to get heavy and allow the back of the neck to relax. Here for just another moment. And then gently release, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, left back gaze down. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, root to rise, arms up overhead, inhale. As you exhale, hands to prayer, heart center, Samastitihi. Good. Take a moment here. And then arms overhead, inhale. As you exhale, willow over to the right. Navel draws in, left shoulder draws back. Arms up, inhale. Exhale over to the left. Draw that right shoulder back behind you. Good. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, goalpost back and squeeze those shoulder blades. Good. Arms high. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive, chest to thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant those hands down, and then decide where you're going. Take it either into your vinyasa or come right into your downward facing dog. We'll meet in our down dog. Take a moment here. Maybe use this opportunity to towel off or take a sip of water. And then once you're in your downward facing dog pose, go ahead, inhale, reach your left leg high. Press through the left heel. As you exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it all the way through. Find that runner's lunge. Once again, knee is over the ankle. And then once you're there, go ahead and lower that right knee down to the mat. Good. Walk your hands up your thigh. Inhale and lengthen. And then sink those hips down as you exhale. Good. Breathing here. Start to reach your arms over your head. And then here we want to mindfully start to soften the shoulders. Take a few moments here and breathe. And remember, you can always close your eyes here too as you're starting to hold these postures. Maybe you want to close your eyes and just start to bring your awareness more inwards. We've got 2 more breaths here. Final inhale. And then go ahead, exhale, frame out that left foot. Start to curl the back toes under, right knee off of the mat. Fingertips to the mat, and then bring them to a hover. Navel draws in. Inhale, arms up overhead, finding that high crescent pose. Holding your high crescent pose, breathing into it. Making any of those micro adjustments. So really feeling it in your body. Does your body need? Do you need to bend a little deeper into that left knee? Maybe you need to take the bend out of the right knee a little bit. Tuck the tailbone. Soften the shoulders. Good. And breathe. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead, find your warrior 2 pose, gazing past your left fingers. And I'll make a little adjustment so you can see warrior 2 from another angle here. So we're gazing past our left fingers here, and our left toes are facing the front of the mat or the front of the room. Good. Breathing. Make sure the left knee is over the ankle. And then again, if you want to close your eyes here and just breathe. And start to notice as you hold these postures, where is your mind going? What are you thinking of? Maybe you can start to clear your mind and bring it back to your breath, especially if you notice it's starting to wander off. Take a moment here, make any of those micro adjustments. And then go ahead, inhale, flip that left palm up towards the ceiling, reverse your warrior. Feel that side stretch along the left side body. We want to keep that bend in the left knee. So if you lost that bend, go ahead, bend a little deeper. We're only here for a moment. Good, final inhale. And exhale back to that warrior 2 pose just for a moment. Good, and then inhale, go ahead, high crescent pose. Both feet face forward here. Keep the bend in that left knee, inhale. As you exhale, go ahead, frame out that left foot. Inhale the left leg up and back. downward facing dog. And from your down dog, go ahead, come onto your hands and your knees. Bring your sit bones back towards your heels and take a child's pose. Use this child's pose to towel off or get some water. Take an inhale through your nose and a big open mouth exhale. Good. Again, inhale through the nose. Open mouth exhale. Good. And then when you're ready, gently come back into your tabletop position, hands and knees. Curl your toes under, sit bones up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high, press to the right heel. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it all the way through, runner's lunge. And then we're gonna come into our standing splits pose. So we're gonna press off of that left foot, so we're standing onto our right foot here. So bringing the weight on that right foot towards the ball mount side of that foot. So the ball mount of the big toe side of the foot. And then we're gonna press through that left heel. Think about dropping that left hip down just slightly to square up the hips. Draw the navel in towards the spine, lengthen as you inhale, and maybe just fold a little deeper on your exhale. Again, we wanna release the tension in the neck and let the crown of the head get heavy. Hold and breathe. Maybe you like to play around here. You can take a moment to play around with your balance. Bring one hand to the calf or to heart center, or maybe both. It's a yogi's choice. And if you're playing around, go ahead, bring your hands back to your mat. We're gonna bring that left knee into our chest, put a gentle bend in that right knee and take it all the way up to standing to a one-leg Tadasana. So take your time to get there. Don't worry if you fall out. Good, knee in line with hip, low abs in and up. Once you're there, you can decide where you want to take this. You can keep that knee bent, or maybe you start to straighten out that leg. And we're just gonna pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, inhale. And as you exhale, hands to prayer, both feet to the mat. Beautiful job, yogis. Good. Maybe move around a little bit. Get the blood flowing again in those legs. And then find stillness. Arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold, plant the hands down. Decide where you want to go, either finding your vinyasa or coming right into your downward facing dog, yogi's choice. Navel draws in. Once you're in your down dog, lift up through the pelvic floor and then inhale that left leg high, press to the heel. As you exhale, knee to nose, crunch. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it all the way through, runner's lunge, and then we're gonna press off of that right foot this time, come to our standing splits pose. So holding your standing splits, and I'm just gonna show you another angle here. So we wanna bring our weight into the ball mount of that left big toe, lengthen and inhale, fold and exhale. Crown of the head gets heavy, neck gets nice and relaxed and long. Press through the heel of that right foot. Draw your navel in, and if you played with your balance on the other side, go ahead, do so here. Hold for a few moments. And if you're playing with your balance, go ahead, bring your hands back down to your mat or to your blocks. And then bring your right knee into your chest, bend into the left knee, and then take it all the way up to standing, slow and controlled. Engaging your core to help you get there. Nice and slow, arms come up overhead. Again, don't worry if you fall out of it. Just take a moment, brush it off, and get right back in. Bring your eyes to one steady spot, just a couple feet out in front of you, your drishti. And then if you kept that knee bent on the other side, go ahead and do so here or extend it long. And we'll pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, lift up just another inch because you can. Inhale. And exhale, hands to prayer. Both feet down to the mat. Beautiful job, yogis. Walk it out for a moment. Good. Find some stillness. Arms overhead, inhale. Exhale, swan dive, chest to thighs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Place your hands on the mat and then just come into a tabletop position. Come onto your hands and your knees. Swing your legs over to one side, sit bones to the mat. And then we're gonna come into a gentle fold. So bring that right leg out in front of you. Maybe it's at a slight angle. And then the sole of that left foot's to the inner right thigh here. I'm gonna square the torso off with the leg, reach the arms overhead, draw the navel in towards the spine, inhale. And as you exhale, just go ahead, fold. Grab a hold of whatever's available. And then staying in this posture. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold a little deeper if it feels good. And gently inhale, walk your hands back towards your body. Bring that spine nice and straight. Bring that left hand next to your sit bone. Right arm reaches out in front of us. As you inhale, sweep the arms over the head, lift the hips off the ground, gentle back bend. And then go ahead, come all the way down, sit bones back to the mat. Good. We'll switch out the sides here. Left leg goes long. Sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. Flex into that left foot. Square the torso off with the leg and then arms overhead. Inhale. As you exhale, fold. Again, grab a hold of whatever's available. Maybe it's the leg or the ankle. Maybe it's the foot today. And staying in this posture. Maybe lengthen on your inhale and fold deeper as you exhale. And gently go ahead, start to come out of this posture. Inhale. This time, right hand comes next to the sit bone, left arm goes out in front of you, and with our inhale, we sweep that arm over the head, lift the hips high, and lower it all back down. Good. We're gonna bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Knees are bent. Reach your arms forward, curve your spine. Engaging your core, draw your navel in, inhale. As you exhale, lower all the way down to the mat, one vertebra at a time, till you're completely lying down on your back. And then once you're on your back, bring your knees into your chest. And just make some small circles, clockwise, counterclockwise. Find some stillness. Take an inhale where you are. Exhale, forehead up towards the knees, wind relieving pose. Hold for one final inhale. And exhale, final resting pose, Shavasana. Take up room on your mat. Allow the feet to relax away from the midline of the body. Maybe flip the palms up towards the ceiling as a sign of receiving. Allowing the back of the eyelids to soften. Softening the jaw. And just doing a quick body scan here. Making sure you're not holding on to any tension. And for the next minute or so, we'll observe some silence. And then gently start to wake up from your Shavasana. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And make circles with your wrist and your ankles, moving in one direction and then the other. And keeping your eyes closed, go ahead, bring your arms over your head. Take a good morning stretch, reaching in opposite direction. And gently come onto your right side, finding a fetal position. And just holding here for a moment. You can use your right forearm as a pillow. And from your fetal position, make your way into your comfortable seated position. Eyes closed at the front of your mat. Bring your hands to prayer heart center. Sit up nice and tall, relaxing your shoulders away from the ears. Thank you all so much for practicing with me this afternoon. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself. It is always truly an honor to guide you through your yoga practice. Go ahead, bring your thumbs to your third eye. The love and the light in me humbly bows to the love and the light in all of you. Namaste. Great job, yogis.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you guys. This is my first time ever doing anything like this, so it's a lot of fun.
Thank
You guys are coming.
Thank you very